What's up, guys? This is Kephas. So, if you are watching this video, first of all, thank you. I really enjoy doing this series. I've got this leveling series and WoW Classic going on simultaneously, and I am having fun with both. It's pretty challenging to go from one to the other and go back, because I kind of have been playing both on and off. I tend to go to Classic kind of being my main focus, but then when I get frustrated because Classic is challenging at times, I'll switch over to Retail and just kind of, goof around and level up something a little bit easier. Just do something in Retail, but it's kind of funny. They're like two sides of the same coin, and it's kind of nice, honestly. When I'm into WoW, I like that I have two versions to play. So, but that does bring up my question that I was going to ask before I went off on that little tangent. If you are watching this video and you watch this series, I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on WoW currently? What are you playing? What are you doing in the game if you're playing at all? Are you playing WoW Retail? Are you playing Classic? Are you focused on gearing up your main? Are you like doing cutting edge raiding? Are you doing mythic dungeons? Are you doing any of those kinds of things, or are you playing more casually? Are you enjoying Classic more? I would love to hear just your guys' thoughts and mainly what you're doing in the game and what you enjoy. Because, like, honestly, this might surprise some people, this might upset some people. I have actually never done a mythic dungeon. I haven't. The last dungeon I did was to unlock my Mechanome, because I had to go into Mechagon, which actually, it was really easy, but it was a lot of fun. It reminded me of going into a Final Fantasy XIV dungeon, which kind of opened me up more to doing dungeons in games. As long as I have some level of knowledge about what I'm supposed to be doing, I feel like I can get through them, and it's not so bad. And even if it is, like, I don't know why I used to worry so much. Like, someone gets mad, so what? Someone leaves, so what? You just do it again. So it's not really a big deal. But I mainly, personally, like, I've been focusing on leveling up characters. I've rolled new tunes on Retail. Because I've got like every class on Earthen Ring with AIE. I've gotten every class on Airy Peak with Convert to Raid. So now I've gone over to Dalaran, which is a pretty good sized server for both Alliance and Horde, and I'm creating a bunch of tunes on that server to level up. So I've got like each class, Alliance and Horde, so it's like 24 tunes or something crazy like that. You only have one Demon Hunter, but that's whatever. So like I'm crazy. I like to level up characters. It's fun. It's easy. It's something to do, and tends to be my cycle with WoW. I'll level up a character, maybe level up another one and take a break. But most of my focus has been on playing Classic, because I'm trying to get characters leveled up so that I can make some guides, and also it's just fun to play Classic right now. I like how Classic is with leveling. I like that it's more of a commitment, because like, if I level up a character in Retail, I get to level 30, or heck, I've even leveled up characters to 120, and I'm like, do I want a race change, faction change, server change? Nah, I'll just level up a new character on a different server. Like, I don't really feel compelled on Retail to do any of that stuff anymore, because to me, it's not a big deal to level up a new character. It does take a little bit of time. It's not like instantaneous. But, it's not a big deal either. It's not really that hard to do, and it's something that I can do easily. So I don't know if I'll ever pay for a, race change again, unless it's like, well, it's on sale right now, but it's, or at least at the time of recording this, but I still don't feel like it's worth my money. So I give them enough money as it is. I'll just level up a new character. So, so I've been doing a lot of leveling up characters, and it's been pretty fun, but I just wonder what everybody else has been doing, if you've been enjoying the game, and if you've been enjoying 8.3 or Classic, or, what would you like to see, or that kind of thing. I know that, like, taking a break from WoW, going over and playing Final Fantasy XIV for a good while, I've stepped away from it so I can come back and play WoW. It's really hard to play two MMOs. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like I can play Classic and Retail kind of at the same time, because it's no different than like leveling up an alt. But for some reason, it's kind of hard for me to switch over to a different MMO and then switch back. I know some people that do it, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that. It's crazy. Even if which I do have a considerable amount of time compared to a lot of people, I'm sure, because I have a good wife who supports my gaming habits. But even with having a little bit more time, I still don't feel like I can play 2 different MMOs at the same time, which is unfortunate because I like want to play both. So yeah, it's crazy. Not to mention all the other games that are, you know, out there that I've picked up and been wanting to play. I mean, I've got so many games that I want to play right now, but I'm zeroed in on WoW Classic because I really do want to get some videos out for that game. It's really tricky because it just takes so long to level up a character. Like, literally, I was playing Classic, and I was leveling up a new character. I think I started a priest, and it took me all day to get to level 10. In retail, it took me 4 hours to get to level 30. Which blew my mind. I was like, this is like radically different, you know? And it is fun initially to like level up faster, but at the same time, there's something about that long-term investment that really hooks me. And I feel like what I really enjoy about Classic is the, you know, just this, that leveling is the game. You know, leveling is a big part of that game. And your progression is so much wrapped around your character, leveling up, building a talent tree, you know, getting your abilities, getting, you know, gear that you can find or that you can afford just to feel a little bit stronger. And there is a lot to that I still enjoy. Everybody was telling me that I wouldn't, and telling all of us that we wouldn't, and they were wrong, just like we knew they were wrong, because, you know, people think they know you better than you know yourself. And that, you know, that gets into something, you know, about video games that, like, when I play a video game, I want to play a video game. You know, like, I want to be, I've said this before in other episodes, I want to be inconvenienced. I don't mind it. That's part of the game. It's not supposed to just be, I mean, everybody's different, but I don't just want to press a button and win. I want to be invested in what I'm doing. And even if I have less time to do it, that's okay. I'll just progress at a slower pace. I care more about being invested in what I'm doing and being compelled by what I'm doing than how quickly I'm progressing through it. Like, I don't have the time to play this game or whatever. Well, you know, I remember when I first started playing, I was in college, and that was back in, like, late vanilla, early BC. That's when I first started playing the game. And I didn't have a lot of time to play, but I was still hooked. I would squeeze in every chance I could. I remember taking my laptop to school and like playing during lectures because I didn't give a crap about the lecture, and like I knew I could just kind of pick up what I needed to know because lectures are boring. I remember going to like UFC fight nights with my brother-in-law and watching, or I should say my stepbrother, not brother-in-law. That was like, that's now. But my stepbrother and I we would have UFC fight nights. We'd watch UFC, and I would take WoW with me and play it while we watched. It was really funny, and everybody's like, "What are you doing? You're never off your laptop." And I'm like, "Man, I'm addicted to this new game." So, you know, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's still a lot of fun. But even when I can't progress as fast as I'd like, I think that a lot of people made the mistake in Classic of progressing too fast. And just trying to speedrun it, and then people do that a lot. They rush through the game, and they don't enjoy the game, and then they complain that the game is boring, or they run out of things to do. And I think that's a problem with a lot of games, and WoW is no exception to that rule. It's not that, you know, there aren't things to complain about for sure, but it's definitely, that's one of the biggest mistakes I think that happened with Classic. Like, I've taken my time. I've not rushed. I don't have a single character at max level, and I've spent many, many hours playing Classic, and I'm just enjoying it. But I do need to kind of hurry up, though, because I want to get some guides out, because people want macros, and I want to make them. So, and I also just want to experience what all those classes could do, because back in the day, I never did. I had one character that I got to the max level back then, and it was a hunter, and it was cool. But I didn't even experience everything that a hunter could do. So, you know, there's definitely a lot for me to experience in Classic that I'm really excited about. It's like uncharted territory that I get to go back and experience now. So I'm very excited about that. Retail, on the other hand, while there are certain things that I haven't done, and technically there might be more things to do, I feel like I've charted most of the territory. It's weird. And I think that's a big part of what is compelling, at least for me, is just feeling like there is an endless amount of things that I could be doing. And even though if I might lose interest for a while and take a break, I know that I'll be able to come back and do it again. That's something that Final Fantasy XIV right now has for me as well. That game has so much to do, and not just tied to character power and character progression, but progression in other areas. And I could talk about that as it would apply to WoW, and how I feel like WoW could also benefit from different types of progression and different avenues of just things to earn, not just mounts and cosmetic items, but maybe some other things as well. And we've talked about some things in the past, but I do think that retail could definitely benefit from having more of a classic feel, that feeling of there's uncharted territory. There's a lot that I can do that's compelling and interesting that I want to experience. That's not just, here's a new raid, here's a new patch to, increase your item level, have fun, and that's it. But anyway, that's kind of what my thoughts have been lately, and that's what I've been doing. I do still enjoy both classic and retail, and I would love to hear what you guys are doing in either game. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button. And feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and if you'd like, you can support this channel on Patreon. Links to all of this can be found in the description below. This is Kephas. Until next time.